Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 11 of SubTerra Tech, where we get into AutoCrafting. How's it done? Well, you're going to have to jump into this episode to find out. It is a longer episode because there's a lot I covered in this episode, but I'm hoping you enjoy it all. And, well, hit that like and follow and subscribe right now just because, just because you need to. Anyway, let's jump into this episode. Alright, guys, jumping right into this episode. We're going to first start it off with stating some stuff that I did between episodes. I made a red matter furnace, which is going to speed up production of a lot of stuff. I also, in here is our new EMC farm, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. I've not done anything to in here, but I'm going to be moving the RF, the refined storage, sorry, RF, refined storage, over to that area over there. So that's a few of the things that we're going to do in this episode. But first, let's show off the EMC farm. Well, I found that these nether shards here, when you have 6 of them, give you gas tiers, which is 4,000. This right here, all of these guys with the tier 1 speed upgrade is not enough to keep this constantly running, but pretty close. Like, I probably could get away with adding 2 more, and that will keep running constantly. Just starting tier. There is no augments in here, so which tells me one thing. I could possibly fill up. Let's see here. What is that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That would be with the second augment. So yeah, I could actually get away with adding the speed upgrades here and make this run faster. It was just one of those side little things that I did overnight. Also, we're up to 1,300 nether scraps, 2K of the netherite. Plenty of flux dust. So, yeah, there we go. That is getting you guys caught up with what we started with from last episode. So, today, we got to move this over here. I wanted to start auto-creating stuff. So, one of the first things we're going to want is a pattern grid. I keep forgetting that in this pack it's called a grid. So we want to make sure we got this. So we see that right there. We're going to need a pattern. We're going to need a pattern grid. There we go. We've got us a grid here. Wait. I do not know why that did not see that in the system. In here we can make it do processing, exact. We want to keep the exact on for the most part. We also want it to JEI synchronize here. Pattern refined storage, we can say this is the recipe, but we can't make that, so we're going to first need a pattern here. One to start with. And there we go. We can actually set this in there, and now we have a pattern to make patterns. We need a crafting grid. Not crafting grid. Crafter. There we go. We need at least the tier 1 crafter. We're going to need another refine or construction and destruction here. Where is it? I wish they would just put the basic crafter on the same spot, like the very first crafter. Alright, so there we go. We get the basic crafter. I want to upgrade it to the iron crafter. 4 more spots. We're not going to go with anything higher than the iron crafter for right now, which gives us 24 or 25. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 9. 27. 27 spots. So now in here we can say pattern. We can start this. We can click this and we can say we want a stack of these. Well, it's going to tell us we're missing glass and quartz iron. So how about we teach it how to make quartz enriched iron after we make one of these for this. So there we go. We got quartz enriched iron. And it's going to need glass, which we don't have access to any other way but here right now. So let's take out a few stacks of it. Until we get some EMC set up for it, it's going to be a little bit. So, but now we can say patterns. Turn my caps lock off. There we go. And now it's making us a stack of patterns here. Really great to get started into this. So now we can say we need more crafters. So we're going to teach this how to make crafters. Okay. We're going to teach it the construction. And if ever you need to go back to the previous recipe, put it in here. And there we go. We can now even get destruction cores. One of the things I want to make is these raw processors. So we can teach it how to make these raw processors. If we type in raw processors, we can look at all of them. So there's the iron. We want to be able to make the gold, the diamond. We can look at the withering one, which we can't do until we get nether stars. Looks like we only need 1 nether star for that. That's not too bad. And the raw neural processor, we can teach it as well. And we can even patterns. So we can get these in here. And now I want to also teach it how to make iron crafters as well. Iron crafter. There we go. So now we should be able to type in here iron crafter 1. And now that we have this, we're going to need to teach it how to make exports. Exports from refined storage. And imports. And the reason why we need these here is, well, we're going to need an importer, an exporter, a crafting card, or it's not called crafting card in this, is it? At refine storage. It's called what? It's an upgrade. Crafting upgrade. There we go. We also need mini coal, so we need to teach it this. Okay, so now we need a crafting upgrade. It's missing 2 of the crafting tables, which we can just grab a couple crafting tables out of here. All right. And one of the things I want to do is use this furnace here to be able to get the cards. This furnace will be going over there with this system, so what we do here is going to have to be done up again. We're going to need to pick this guy up. We're gonna need a... My brain is saying something that I don't remember what I was going to do. Oh, we're gonna need a block. So stone will work. You want to go down 1 to put this guy properly in here. We're going to want to do some digging here. So we're going to want to come over here. We want to look up underneath here. We're just going to put the importer here and the exporter here. We're going to give the exporter this. We're going to tell it that it needs to export that. It can get a crafting card. All right. We can get some more stone to repair our base here. All right. We want to put a cable here, stone there. And there we go. We can now take this out and we can see that this is getting immediately the exported of the uncompressed coal. We can put speed augments in there or stack upgrade. That'll speed it up a little bit faster. But for right now, that's going to work. So now we're going to teach this how to do the improved processor, the basic processor, the advanced processor, and the raw neural processor. You know, we're just getting all that stuff ready. And all of those go into there. So now we should be able to be good with that. We don't need that, 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 that. I'm just making sure we're getting cleared up on this stuff here. We don't need the crafter, the iron crafter. I guess it could make the gold. We don't need the advanced processor grid. Disk drive. Alright. Next, I want to be able to make these storage components. There is actually a second recipe here, but we want to make sure we're using the correct one. And alright, we're just going to keep making these all the way down to basic recipe here. And we're going to need to teach it how to make the silicon. Wait. We want to make sure we get everything taught to the proper things. This is a lot of pretty much what we're going to be doing here. So now let's look and see if we can make one of those 16. What is it missing? One of these has the wrong silicon. It's not this. So if we go silicon, reteach you that. You have the right one. You have the right one. So now let's see what we are missing from that. Because this looks like glass is easy, processing binder is easy. So we're going to need to set up redstone, iron, and quartz to having extras. So at functional, we can make upgrades here for the functional storage. I'm going to do these here like so. Should not take me too long to get these functional upgrades. Oh, it looks like we're going to need another iron crafter. So this is what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to move that stuff. I'm going to see how much time we have left. And I will be right back once that's all done up, guys. Okay, guys, before I move this over, I made 3 networking transmitters, 3 networking receivers, and 3 networking cards. So we're going to take all of this apart here. Grab some stone out of here, because why not, to repair this up, make it look nice. Alright, I need a chest real quick. We'll take one of these diamond chests that we've had. Just set it right here for right now. I need this networking card back. Need these back. Everything on that row. Need that back. There we go. That can go away now. I'm missing one of my patterns. There we go. Take these guys out of here. And we're going to just tear this down. And I'll come back for this cables here in just a second. But we're going to come over here. And we're going to open up a hole right there. Place this right here. And then the controller. And place this disk drive here, put the 2 disks that we have right there. We're going to place the grids, pattern crafting, and then we're going to use, I think it's the transmitters that we want here, yeah. We'll set down the 3 transmitters. So we're going to set these down here. We're going to go over to the places where we want them, which one is right here. We're going to pick up some of this cable that we put down. I knew it was only going to be temporary, but yeah, there we go. We can put a network receiver here. We can right-click this to this, so therefore it's linked to that particular spot. Come back over here. In this network transmitter, we can place this in here, and we can still see we've got access to all of that. The other 2 places that I was going to put ones down at is one right here. And the other one will be... I can't remember where the 3rd one was supposed to be at. I'll figure it out. But now we can close this back up. Get back to having some cleanness here. I will put it in here, 39 blocks away. So now we could actually have some of these iron crafters. We're going to set the iron crafter farm. I'm going to set it right here. And the auto processing ones, you know what? We'll set up the auto processing, say, right here. Okay. We're gonna put one of the crafters here. We're gonna go behind again. So import, export, mini coal, crafting card, stone, that cable right here, because we're wanting to make our base look somewhat nice. You know, Malcore doesn't do pretty, but you know, at least he can do somewhat nice. And make the cables not appear like, oh, you're running cables all over the place. What? And yeah, I still like the idea of that being in that wall. There we go. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like this setup here? The auto start of our processing here. I do want to make some pattern. Oh, we need to JEI this again every time we move it. We need crafting grids, and all of the patterns are stored in here. Yeah, I think that's it for those. We can now go grab these guys. We do have access to gold crafters. I did teach it that. I do want to set up there we go. Just patterns on the so we can just drop them right in here to make it super easy. I did teach this system gold crafters. I might upgrade to some gold crafters between episodes here. But a couple iron crafters. We're gonna need a total of 3 iron crafters. We're gonna need cables. I did not teach it how to make cables. Okay, so we need an interface. And this is how we're going to automate the production of our gems, because we're going to need storage. Okay, so we don't have enough power coming into it yet. Let's look at this real quick. What can we do to fix this? Oh, I know. At thermal, we could try to request 7 of these. Missing fire charges. That's it? That's it. Okay, I know, guys, we are going long on this episode. I just wanted to show you guys how we're going to set up the processing of the one things. So, I did get... I did need to make 7 of these. So what I'm going to do is make 7 of these guys. Go into this realm right here and upgrade our power supply at thermal. Before we proceed onwards. Because this is only making 400, now it's making 7 or 120, 120, 120. Okay. What is this? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have 8 in here, so I need to make one more. But that's actually kind of nice that we can make those without too much issue. There we go. There it is. We're getting power. The question is these going to provide enough fluid for these? So this is full, this is full. Okay, that's full now, that's full, that's full. So it is going to fill those up, those ones that we have. Okay, so we're okay for right now on the fluid. We're okay on the fluid, so... oh, wait. We need the interface. We've got the crafters. We need, storage. Storage bus? No, that's the, at refine storage. External controllers. There we go. Or external storage. I need a couple of these and more cables. I need, yeah, a couple of these and cables. There we go. And what we're going to do is over here we have molten source and pink slime. Those are a couple of the ones that we want to set external storage on. We're also going to want to set it on the latex. So what we're going to do is not pretty right now, but I will pretty this up between episodes. Drop this into the ground here. Okay, so now those slimes and stuff appear on the network, which is useful. We have this. One of the things we're going to do is put nope, you're facing the wrong way. There we go. We want to be able to configure these guys so the fluid encapsulator, the dissolution chamber. We're also going to bring a cable over to this, put an external storage on that, and cable. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how I'm going to set this up. I'm going to set up the rest of this between episodes here, so we can get into future mods like Powa. So, what is the gems? Oh my god. My brain just wanted to say nothing. Here we go. The harden. Magical resource. Shell. So, shell. There we go. Magical resource shell is this. We are going to grab item cables. Item pipes. Okay, so get this dropper taught to the system. Okay, so now we've got those. I'm going to upgrade those. I'm going to upgrade the one stuff. There we go. Give me a stack of these. Missing cobblestone. Alright, more than enough right now. Did I teach the other shell to that one system? I'll have to double check. But we can put the magical resource shell into this guy. Okay, in here we're going to say you get power from the top. Push items out to the bottom. I'm going to set the item interface here. We're going to tell it also oh, okay. So we're going to have to figure that one out. Wrench. And we're going to set this here and wrench. And now we can set this up like so. And now we can go all the way over here. I know, it's a long way to travel. Gotta clean up some stuff. Did we put that in there? No, okay. We can type shell. In here, we can type one magical resource shells. It's gonna say it's missing source. This is not a good thing. Does it not see the stuff here? So that's why I'm making this fluid grid. Bucket. I should teach it how to make iron buckets, but I really don't want to bother with that. Okay, so now with this fluid grid, we can see no fluids on the system. And we have these storage buses here, so what is going on with it? Well, it's set up for items. So if we set it to fluids, it'll see the fluids. We're going to have to do that with the latex as well. So now, if we type shell, it's going to tell us we're missing just the basic transmutation shards, which we can go grab a stack. Might as well grab a stack. So now, can we type in shell? Click 1. And there we go. Completely craft it for us. We can then teach it how to make the life essence one, the destabilized redstone. So I'm going to teach all of these recipes. I'm going to clean up the base a bit, and I will be back next episode. If you like this a little bit longer episode, hit that thumbs up down there and say, I really like long episodes. We'll continue making them. If you dislike this episode, go right ahead, hit that dislike button. And until next time. Later, Gators.